Hello, Mr. DANY FRANCHI. Welcome in Holland.
Hello.
On the first edition of Maastricht Blues. We are from Belgium, but Holland is for us one of our favorite countries. So.
Oh, yeah. We love it too. We are glad to be here.
I think you are a very busy man because your name was on many festivals the last weeks. Is that so?
Yeah, definitely. I've been pretty fortunate. I worked a lot in the last 2 years, so both in Europe and US, so it's definitely a good time for me.
A good time. Do you like playing here in the countries, Belgium,
I love
Holland?
it. Yeah, that's probably my favorite place.
Favorite place. How did you get into the blues? Was it somewhere a destination or?
You know, I started when I was pretty young, and there were some blues musicians in my town, my hometown in Italy.
Because you're Italian, that's not so used.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, but then I started working with American musicians. I moved to US for a while, and I still spent some time there. So I had the chance to play with a lot of my favorite musicians and growing as a musician.
Who have been your influences when you say the blues music?
You know, a lot, like old guys like B.B. King, Albert Collins, and newer guys like Jimmy Vaughan, Stevie Ray, Ronnie Earl, Anson Vandenberg, who actually is the guy that produced my last CD, Problem Child.
There is you and your Fender, and what did you need more to do to become a musician? Do you only have to play a guitar? Or
no, definitely not. I mean, what I figure out is that you definitely have to be able to do a lot of sacrifice and invest a lot and work in promoting yourself as much as you can. And there's a lot of stuff. The 1 hour, 90 minutes, whatever that you play on stage is probably the last one that you have to be able to do.
I must thank your manager to get the album, but I got it, but I have to start with this one.
Yeah, this one is my
2014.
Yeah.
You had the release of I Believe.
Yeah.
Produced by?
Sean Carney.
I think he's a good friend of yours.
Yeah, he's a very good friend. He's the guy in US that introduced me to a lot of people, and actually the guy that brought me over to US for the first time in 2014. Yeah.
And the second man, also very important on the CD, was the Texas blues legend, Mr. Anson Vandenberg.
Yeah. He always been one of my favorite guitarists, so it's been a pretty special deal for me to be produced by him.
When you play with such guys, do you learn something from them, or do they give you an advice?
Oh yeah, I mean, I learned a lot from them, and I had the chance to work with a lot of them and play with a lot of them, from Anson to Ronnie Earl, Jimmy Vaughan, so all my idols. So I feel very fortunate to have the chance to play with these guys and meet them and spend time with them.
Then, of course, we have not your last, but your latest album.
Yeah.
How different are the albums?
It's different times and different production. This one is definitely a pretty big production. We recorded it in Austin, Texas. The band is like pretty high-level band with a lot of great musicians. Wes Starr on drums. He used to play with Jim Cook from Robert Cray and Texas Horns. So, like a stellar band for me.
I can say, because I look at the results, you got fourth place in the Billboard charts.
Yeah.
So, it's a good album.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah.
Good reactions.
Yeah. I put a lot of love to it, so I hope it.
Are you working on new things, or?
Yeah, I'm already working on a new one with my label in Dallas, Texas. It's called Station House Records. So we're gonna release another CD pretty soon, I hope.
you do the songwriting always yourself?
I have some help usually with lyrics, especially with my band. He is Manu, my keyboard player, Manu Ghirlanda.
What's your job when he comes with a song, with music? You have to write the lyrics, or?
No, just we love the same thing, the same kind of blues, the same. So we try to mix with something fresh, something what we love.
Kind of mix the tradition with the original music, more contemporary. That's what we try to do.
What turns you on outside music? I think you are a musician, but you have also free time to do other things?
Yeah, I mean, this job takes a lot of time. So, I love nature. So I'm a country boy. I grew up in the country. So
You still live in Italy?
Yeah, I still live in Italy. When I'm in Europe, I'm based in Genoa, my hometown. Yeah, so I like, to go hiking or whatever. Spend some time in the nature.
What was the best advice that you got from somebody?
Probably what...
About music, not about...
Yeah, about music. Probably what Jimmy Vaughan says, play what you hear.
And what did he meant by that? Because when I hear it my way.
It just, I think it means that you have to try to do the music that you like to listen to. So try to play what you'd like to hear. And that's a very good advice to me.
Would you do it again when you have the chance to restart, to do it over?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I always work on trying to do it better as much as I can.
I think that you both have lists with open items that list things on it that you want to do once. We call it a bucket list, a sort of list, that and that I once want to do.
Yeah, definitely.
What's on your both list?
No, for me,
You say you're playing a lot in Europe and
US.
the States.
Yeah, in the last year I met the most of my idols, so I feel already very fortunate. But probably, the guy that turned me into this kind of music was probably Eric Clapton when I was very young. So I tried to meet him. I actually been to his house, but he wasn't there. But I hope that
I think
sometime.
the guy is about 70 and more, I think.
Yeah, 74.
He doesn't has to prove anything.
Exactly.
Everybody wants still to play with him.
But just shake his hands and maybe talk a little bit would be great. So I hope sometime it's gonna happen.
What are the plans for the near future? Are you in the next week, or are you going to?
Yeah, we're gonna play
other festivals or?
Yeah, we're gonna play in Belgium on June 9th, and the name of the festival is Blues in. I don't know the pronunciation, but there's a lot of great bands, the Paladins, Nicky Hale, so a lot of people that I actually already met.
That's in who's up next weekend?
Yeah, exactly.
He will be there.
Cool, yeah.
Who's up
See
in
you
het
guys
Hofje?
there. Yeah, exactly.
Be
That's the name.
full. Back in your back. That's the
Oh,
translation.
okay.
Who's up? Be full in your backside. So, but it's a small festival with always a lot of people. You're gonna join.
Yeah, we can't wait.
I'm sure about that. On stage, you're the key man. Who are the other guys that will play?
We have drums and bass, and we actually just hired a guy on drums. He's 18 years old, so very young. His first experience on the road with the band, traveling.
Where did you find him?
He lives in a small village not so far from where I grew up. So, when I was his age, someone gave me the chance to go on the road and play. So I wanted to do the same thing, and we're pretty happy to have a younger guy than us in the band. Yeah.
I have a last question to go. What did you learn about yourself by being a musician, by touring around the world, by meeting people?
I noticed that the blues world is like a big family. I mean, everywhere I've been.
Also, when you're a young guy, that when you're coming up, when you're
lot of support from everybody in this kind of genre and everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I toured in all over Europe, in US, in Canada, and I always found a lot of people that just love it and they love to help musicians, and this makes me feel very fortunate and very happy to do this. And you know, it's always a process of growing to me.
Maybe you want to add something?
No, yeah, the same thing. When you trip a lot on the road and you have a lot of gigs, a lot of tour, really you have to know yourself first, and then you can do it better. Definitely
Helps to know yourself better.
Yeah.
Your limits.
Your limits.
For the show today, who has done the set list? You're the boss for you make the set list?
Yeah, I usually do.
Is it always the same songs or another?
Yeah, always the same song, maybe a different order, but you know, there's a mix of the new songs and maybe.
It's not so when you see some reactions and you say.
Yeah, there's some tricks.
There's some tricks.
Yeah.
Okay, that were my questions. Thank you again for your roots time. I call it that way, roots time.
Roots time, yeah, and thank you guys for having me.
I'm sure that you have a good show, and we see each other again next week at Hoeselt in het Hofje.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Lars.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lars.